Hi, everybody. Weather Extra. What's up? Used to be coffee time. I should probably have the Weather Extra emblem behind me, but I chose not to do that because I forgot to put it up. But actually, you know what? Let me goof off here. I'll put it up. I want to put the Weather Extra graphic up because I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. I like it. If we take the time to make a graphic, we should share it with you, right? Let me see here. Let me see what I got going on in here. I've become so efficient with this whole routing thing. Like, I never was really good at this, but I've come a long way. Woohoo! Look at me go. Weather Extra. All right, let's talk weather. So, what do we got going on today? We got a beautiful day ahead. If you don't mind warm temperatures and breezy conditions, those of you who are upset that spring did not spring on Thursday because it was cold and we had sleet falling across the area, or grapple, either one. Today is your day, and yesterday was your day too. Really nice temperatures today in terms of warmth. After a chilly start this morning, there was actually a few 30s this morning. I figured we'd be in the 40s mostly, but we had 30s, 40s, and 50s waking up this morning across the area. It was crazy. Wide range of temperatures. Some areas that were around freezing, other areas that were in the 50s, and then eventually, like an accordion, I said this yesterday, we all squeeze it together and get to the same place in the afternoon, which is 70s, strong south or southwesterly breeze gusting to 30 miles an hour, sustained 15. If you're playing around a golf today, the round of 18 will be more challenging this afternoon than it was yesterday. If you are fishing, a good buddy of mine, Kevin, writes me every morning and says, hey, I'm going fishing. My son wants to go. Can I go today? You can, but it's going to be a little choppy on the water. Yesterday wasn't such the case. Though I was in Dutton yesterday. I was on County Road 224, and I was at the bluff, Cove's Bluff. And it was pretty gusty. The winds were coming up that cove, County Road 224. I was on this deck, and it was like hitting me. I was like, oh, way windier than I said it was going to be. But most locations did not have much wind. Hi, Megan Rose. I see a woohoo. I like that. It's good stuff. If you watch, and the eyeballs tell me people are watching, which is great, you can always say hi. If you say anything mean to me, it'll make me cry. But if you say nice things to me, I'll always respond back. Got to keep an eye out for some storms tonight. We've talked about it all week long. I know that there'll be a little breezy today with sunshine, temperature 70s. I get it. It's a nice day, but we're all worried about those storms tonight. I think we can maybe dial that back just a little bit because I don't think this is a widespread severe weather event for us. I'm going to talk about where we could have some of the stronger storms possible, and I'll address that here in just a moment. Bill Beck, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. I hope the flooding situation has gotten better since those storms last Saturday for you. For some people, they felt like it was maybe a letdown that we didn't have like a numerous tornado outbreak. We did have one in Lauderdale County. I think not having the tornadoes is a good thing, but there was other impacts with the storms last Saturday, and my good buddy Bill Beck had some flooding at his house in the Florence area, and it was substantial flooding too. So, TBO Hall, I like that. Do I say Tabo? I'm terrible with last names. If I mess up your first name, just straight up tell me you're an idiot, Jeff, and say it this way and let me know. But I like Tebow. I'm going to go Tebow Hall. I like that. It's good. Good morning to you. Priscilla Underwood, good morning from beautiful Henniger. I love Henniger. I'm out there all the time. I was in Dutton yesterday. I'll be in Dutton again today. I'm always out in Jackson County, and I'm always out in DeKalb County, too. One of my good friends, Rita, lives in Mentone. She always gives me updates out in Mentone. She's awesome. Hi, Rhonda Bailey. Good to see you on. Angela Davis, good morning to you. Kelly Quick, good morning. Thank you all for saying hello. Those of you who don't know Vacation Valerie's, Valerie Kirby Carey, good friend of mine. And back when I would do coffee time, this is the Brad Travis Christmas gift, which was pretty cool. It's coffee time. We now do Weather Extra. And she says hi to everybody, and she's the hostess with the mostest, and feel free to say hi to her. She's pretty cool. Christine Tanker is on from Bryant this morning. It's good to see you. Beautiful Bryant, which I've been there many times. I got to put graphics up, everybody. Hi, Elizabeth. Good to see you on from Henniger. Look at everybody from Henniger this morning. Population 2 million. I love it. It's great. Eric Burke actually went out to the Henniger area to Valley Head and actually was there like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago for a school visit. Pretty cool. I go out there a lot. The only thing I get sad about right now is my drive on 40 still. I still see a lot of trees down from the tornadoes last May. Always gets me right here. Hurts me. Martha Smith says, okay. In okay. Good. Hi, Martha. Good to see you. Jeffrey's on. Great first name. Good morning from everybody from Madison. Bill Beck says, we are blessed. Thank you for the kind words. Still got some work to do, but God is good. And we had, no much in the way of tornadoes for us last Saturday, but obviously some impacts, and Bill feeling that. And I'm glad you're taking one step closer to get back to where you got to be with it, right? Hi, Linda from Cortland. Great. Cortland's in the house. This is awesome. Johnny Bond. I can't keep up with the comments. I've never had that happen. Stan Barbie, good morning to you. Good to see you on. I see Teresa Wood from beautiful Boaz, which I also love. Deborah's from Tennessee. Tennessee, big state. Help me out. Zero in for me, Deborah. Where you at? I go up there all the time. I love driving to Winchester. It's one of my favorite drives. Hi, Tina. Good to see you. Good morning. Oklahoma, Martha Smith. Hey, I know a lot of people who live in Tulsa. Tulsa's a great place. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Destiny Sands, do you think we'll see tornadoes tonight in northwest Alabama, level 2 area? Destiny, I really don't. I see some maybe gusty winds. Let me get into the forecast because that's what everybody wants, and I will do that right now. But this is great. Sandra from Elkmont. This is awesome. Addison from Decatur. Woohoo! Karen from Huntsville. There's a Huntsville in the house. That's great. I really appreciate you all being on here. Kyle Bowles, I see you too, my friend. All right, let me see what we got. Let me show you. Let's start with the quiet part of the weather. And that is in Guntersville yesterday. What a day to be on the lake. I was not lucky enough to go. I was in Dutton, but I had a beautiful day yesterday in Dutton. But Guntersville, walking the harbor, awesome, I imagine. Madison, quiet on the roads right now, 565. Had a beautiful sunrise look this morning, about 645. And we got oodles of sunshine today, everybody. This is a really nice day. Mid-70s. Pollen count will be high. If you suffer from allergies, that's going to be high. Hi, Danielle from Crossville. Good to see you on. Thank you for saying hi. The winds, they'll pick up and they'll gust to 30. Winds out of the west-southwest by the late afternoon. Here's your wind speeds, sustained close to 20. Again, if you're playing around a golf, probably a bit challenging in the afternoon, especially if you're headwind, which could be tough. I don't drive the ball for distance at all, so I'm terrible. But if you, big golfer, it will impact your game. Hi, Melissa. Good morning from New Market, which is fantastic. Kyle Bowles talking about Tennessee in the house. Go Titans, go Vols. I love it. I'm a big Titans fan. All right, let me fast forward this graphic. There it is. So in the area in red, we're talking about northwest Alabama, severe weather threat, right? I still think it's Mississippi, Louisiana. The higher capes are off to our south and southwest. Now, I will say this. As the storms approach the area tonight, like right around 6 o'clock, if we're going to have a more in the way of severe storm, where it produces maybe winds a little stronger than 40, maybe 50, 60, or there is some kind of rotation, it would happen when the storms immediately move into western Lauderdale County, Lawrence County in Tennessee, and it would also impact far northwestern Colbert County. Get past that initial push of the QLCS line, it will likely weaken a bit as it moves east and become mainly just a rainmaker with some thunder and lightning. Now, if you have anxiety with thunderstorms, doesn't matter if they're severe, right? You still have anxiety, so take the necessary precautions. If you have a puppy at home, like I do, that gets very freaked out by thunder, no matter how close or how far away it is, he somehow hears it, he gets pretty unruly, and I have to make sure I take necessary precautions, and I'll do that this afternoon. Angela, hey, Jeff, thanks for the heads up about the pollen yesterday. Grass is cut, but the pollen was everywhere. It is. I drive a black truck, and it is yellow right now. So pollen count is extremely high. One good thing, though, is if we do get some needed rainfall tonight moving through without severe weather, that would be a nice combination because it will take the pollen count down just a little bit for Monday, Tuesday, but still on the moderate side. It doesn't go away completely. Here's your rainstorm timeline. I have a whole bunch of graphics that will illustrate this, but the day is dry. The day is warm. The day is sunny. The day is breezy. But tonight, after about 6, 7 o'clock, we turn our attention to those storms to the west. And as they move through the area, sometime about 2, 3 o'clock, Georgia state line, they'll cross. And by the time we get to tomorrow morning, I don't think it's raining anymore for the morning commute, but there may be some wet roads left over from the rain overnight. But we should start to dry out and clear out quickly, and Monday looks to be good. I see you, Mel. Good morning to you. You're cold up in Rhode Island, and you just had a birthday. And I just want to wish you a very happy birthday, my friend Mel. 9:45 hugs, right? Wishing you the very best. Always thinking about you. Clay, what's up? Good morning, Jeff. I mowed 4 yards yesterday, and I'm paying for it today. Clay, that's a lot of mowing, my friend. If you could stop by my house, that would be great, because I could use a little help with the mowing, because my lawnmower is not working. Hi, Lloyd. Good to see you. Thanks, Jeff. Good stuff right there. And sometimes some of the comments, so the feed for those of you who are watching right now is actually set up with Tatiana in the back, who's fantastic, and fist pumps to Tatiana because she rocks. You can't see me, I just did a fist pump. But the feed comes through her, so the comments come a little faster to her. I get like broken comments where I see a few and then they go away, and then I see a few and they go away. If I do miss a comment and don't respond back to yours, I'm not ignoring you, I promise. I'd like to respond back to everyone. I just don't see every single one of them. So, Justin says, the whole being on the new page throws me off. It's baby steps, my friend, and we're getting there. We're getting there. Bill Beck says, how many inches possible in northwest Alabama? Referring to the rainfall. This looks like it will be about 3/4 of an inch to 1.25 inches of rain. I don't think it's not the kind of rain, Bill, that you had to deal with last Saturday. The rainfall totals will be more modest, around 1 inch. We could use the rainfall to clear the pollen. We don't want the rainfall for areas that had the flooding last Saturday. Let me reiterate that because that was not a good thing I said, because some areas had way too much rain last Saturday. So here's the storm timeline in just a different graphic format, 6 to 10 and then 8 to 11. And why there's no color for areas to the right, or to the east, I should say, is because they don't think the storms at that point really are packing much of a punch. Yes, there's some thunder, there's some lightning and some rain, but if you're gonna have some enhanced winds or some small hail, it would be in the areas that we have shaded here in the time frame that you see there, okay? And most of the stuff moves through here pretty fast. So here's another hour-by-hour graphic just reiterating what I just was talking about. By the time we get to 4 p.m., there's some clouds moving in for areas west of I-65, but much of the day at this point has been dry, breezy, warm. It's all good until about 6 o'clock. Some storms move in far northwest zones. Again, if we're going to have any kind of what I would call severe weather, it would happen at this moment. And then as the storms move east, they lose their oomph. And by the time we get to 7, 8 o'clock, they're crossing I-65. Still some heavy rainmakers. Still some winds over 30 miles an hour. Still lots of lightning, which can be dangerous too. It doesn't have to be a severe thunderstorm to have a big impact on you. But I don't think we're talking about like widespread wind damage reports or tornadoes. Just some heavy rainfall, some small hail that will continue as we go into the overnight hours, probably becoming more just a rainmaker by midnight. And then the last push of rain, which could be heavy at times, about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, will eventually cross the state line and out of here. And by the time we get to tomorrow morning, we're already seeing the rain move out. The clouds will be quick and swift to move east, and the temperatures on Monday will be in the 60s. And it turns out to be a nice day. Winds will be out of the northwest, not quite as gusty. It really turns out to be a really nice day. Nice start to the week. Mel, you're very welcome. Happy birthday. I miss you. Danielle Brown, morning from Atlanta, Georgia. We'll be heading back to Guntersville. Safe travels to you, Danielle. You should be okay. You should be okay. I don't know what time you're leaving to come back, but if you're leaving later this afternoon, you'll probably drive through some rain as you're coming back. Shouldn't be too bad. Should be all right. Look at you all saying hi to each other. This is great. I love this. This is exactly what it should be about. Debbie, time to wash some of the pollen away. Yeah, and you are exactly right, Debbie. I could actually wash my truck right now. It's really bad. It's just covered with pollen. So here's your showers and thunderstorms. Again, another graphic pretty much saying the same thing. Heavy rain, gusty winds. Again, the winds today are out of the south-southwest. I had somebody write me this morning an email and said, hey, we don't show the direction of the winds, but we do on almost all of our graphics. And I feel bad that that was missed. But the winds tonight could come out of different directions just based on thunderstorm activity. But overall, we go from a southerly wind to a northerly wind with the frontal passage and the thunderstorms. Now usher in some cooler temperatures. I also try to address anything that you all write me, whether it's an email, or I try to take an email or a comment that you make to me. If you take the time to talk to me, I will take the time to figure out a way to answer you, okay? So I had Betty Murray wrote me this morning, and she said, I don't hear you all talking about the drought anymore. I don't understand why you're just leaving those graphics out. And the reason why, everybody, is because we've actually done a really, really good job in terms of rainfall in the last month and a half. Too much rain, actually, like in Bill Beck's situation where he had flooding at his house. But the drought monitor, we're not in drought anymore. We have some abnormally dry areas in the yellow, but that's the reason why we don't show the graphic. So if you don't see a graphic over the course of time that you think you don't understand why it's not being aired, it usually means we don't have that happening. Like we don't show tropical hurricane graphics in the winter when there's no hurricanes, right? So if you don't see the graphic, it's probably a good thing. Let me pop the 10-day up for you. Oh, Mel, you're so sweet. So 10-day forecast. There's your storms for tonight. The 20% on Monday is literally while you sleep, and it will be out of here so fast that the afternoon looks really good. And if you like quiet weather for the week ahead and warm temperatures, you'll like Tuesday through Friday. Could get a little bit breezy by the end of the week on Friday when we hit 80, and that's because it'll be a bit more of a southerly flow, stronger wind. And then that sets up a chance for some showers and storms for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. You're going to see a lot of rain icons for that 4-day stretch, but please understand, it's not going to rain every single moment of the day. It looks like it's favoring more like Sunday and Tuesday as the higher chance for rain. And it doesn't look like it's severe weather at this time. It looks like it's just some rainfall at this point with some thunderstorms. And that could put a damper on your plans for next weekend. Again, it's favoring Sunday as the wetter of the 2 days. And then again on Tuesday more than Monday. So there you go. Stan Barbie, good morning. Have a blessed day. I sung for a revival service last week. I was blessed. Good for you, Stan Barbie. Stan, you staying busy. I like that. It's good. One day I'm going to have to hear you sing. I'm just going to have to. My good friend Stan Barbie. Sean Chapman, winds need to stay out Midwest. Yeah, this March, this time of year, tends to be a bit windier. Not just here, but much of the U.S. Sometimes what will happen is when you warm up the temperatures during the day, it actually builds a tighter gradient across the area where you don't have that in the summertime. So this can be a very gusty, windy time of year, even when you don't have thunderstorms. And we've had a little bit of that so far this month. We'll have it again today. Dave Luddy, my friend, you're inspiring me to mow my lawn. So I need to do that for sure. I wish I could have come to it. Have a blessed day, Stan Barbie. Good to see you on. Soak up that 10-day forecast, everybody. I'm leaving it up for a little extra time for you. Those of you who are new to the way I do weather extras, it is very casual. I try to give you updates if you have a specific question, and it's a legit question. I'll be more than happy to answer it for you. It's somebody on yesterday, and they came on a little late. They asked for the timeline, and I just popped it up really quick. But I try to keep it very, very low key, and I try to keep you updated as much as I possibly can. If we have more of a severe weather threat, my tone will change a bit and be a little bit more urgent. But because I feel like the storms will mainly just stay strong tonight with some rain and some gusty winds, again, we'll be watching very closely far northwest Alabama, Lawrence County, Tennessee, when the storms first move in. But after that, I do think it just turns out to be mainly a rain event for everybody. I'm going to show you the today forecast one more time. Temperatures popping up into the 70s today. Clouds increasing late in the day, but the rain will hold off till after 6 o'clock. And here's your winds again, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. These are non-thunderstorm winds. Thunderstorm winds could be enhanced a bit stronger, but I still think that the winds actually prior to the storms will be stronger than the thunderstorm winds. And that's why I put this graphic together with a gust of up to 30, and the winds will be out of the south or southwest, which is pretty cool. Any questions, comments, concerns? If not, I'm going to pop myself back up here. And just a reminder, we have these little weather extras. We do them, gosh, I do one every Saturday, Sunday morning. Chelsea does one around like 4:30, I think. And then we do 3 a day during the week. And one's at like 10:30, one in the afternoon. I think there's one at night with Brad at 9:30. And all it is just a really quick update on the forecast. Sometimes it's severe weather related. Other times it's just a forecast. Sometimes it's just a reason to come on and say hi to you all who watch, which is fantastic. We like that. It's good stuff. In addition to all of our notifications that we send out. So we try to keep you fluid with the forecast, so to speak. So last weekend of March, I do believe, coming up next weekend, right? March is flying by. Yep. Last week of March, friendly reminder too, for those of you who are big Trash Panda fans, home opener is April 4th. I talked about this yesterday. I make no money off pushing the Trash Pandas. I just like baseball, and I hope you do too. They're pretty awesome. And they're at home for their first 9 games. So their homestand goes from April 4th to the 13th. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. Go out there and support the Trash Pandas. Check it out. There's a new overpass, by the way, on how to get there. We just talked about that on air the other day, which is pretty cool. Tanya, Is it on Tanya or Tanya? Tanya Morris, thank you for the update. You're very welcome. Justin's asking me about hurricane season. Give it some time, my friend. Still probably won't get the hurricane forecast until probably more like end of April, May. I do not specialize in hurricane forecasting. But I can tell you that sea surface temperatures, or SSTs, are running high for most locations. I think each and every year now, it's like the forecast just calls for a lot of hurricanes now with the way the pattern is, more than we saw when we were younger or when I was younger. But when we get that, we'll let you know. Sean says, thank you for all what you all do, not only each day, but during our severe weather. I appreciate that, Sean. That's very kind of you. Mel, can you send some nice weather this way? Mel, if I could send you sunshine and 70s from Alabama to Rhode Island, you know that I always will do that for you. I wish I could. Above my pay grade, but if I could do it, I got you. All right? Appreciate it. It is an awesome question, Vacation Valley. Talk about the hurricane season. I think it's just a little too early for that. It's like sometimes like somebody will ask me, do you think we're going to have snow this winter? And it's like June. And I'm like, I don't know. I have a dartboard. Throw the dart, Snow, okay. I think the hurricane season at this point in each and every year when you have the hurricane season, it tends to be an aggressive forecast almost every year now. And that's, I think, the new norm. It gets to a point now where is it an aggressive forecast or is it just the new norm, really, what it comes down to? But usually double-digit hurricanes named now is the new trend, and also major hurricanes, which are categorized as 3, 4, or 5. There's no 6, everybody. 3, 4, or 5. And they seem to be higher in the forecast now, too. Just because the sea surface temperature is so high, there's a lot of energy. It's very easy. A couple years ago, I think it was the first year I was here, we had a big plume of Saharan dust that went across the Atlantic. Hurricanes don't like Saharan dust. If you don't want a big hurricane season, throw a little dust on that, and it will squash any kind of development. And it kept the numbers a lot lower than the actual predictions. Hopefully that will happen again this year. See what happens. Rena, thank you. You like my tie. I appreciate that. It's awesome. That's the second tie comment I got today, which is fantastic because this old thing I've had for like 20 years. The suit I've had for like 20 years. How crazy is that? Megan, can you show the instability model for tonight? I can. I didn't bring it up. I didn't make it this morning because I don't have any to show you, but I'll bring it up for you. Let me show you. Let me see. I don't even have it dated correctly, so I'm going to make this graphic so you cannot see me make it. But let me go ahead and get it live. Let me get it built. I'll get it built for you right now. So here's Sunday at 12. Actually, yeah. So the CAPE values are extremely, extremely low. But I'll put this up for you. Run it. There you go. It's loading now. Let me stop it for you. So you're looking for like CAPE values of like 500, which is something that I would be concerned about. So as we go through the evening hours, you just don't have the juice. But notice off to the west, into portions of Mississippi, you get some pretty decent CAPE values there. And they're up in over 900, 1,000. We get a little bit of CAPE for areas west, and that's why the concern would be for far northwest Alabama. But after that, the CAPE values they're squashed. I don't really got much in any kind of helicity with this. There's certainly no storm tracks with this. So just so you know at home, that kind of gives you an idea. See where you have the 940, 780? Even that is like far northwest. And it doesn't really jive with the actual timing of the storms either, which kind of throws everything in a loop, which tells me that I don't expect much in the way of any kind of severe weather across the area, at least any widespread severe weather. Could we have a couple wind gusts to 30 miles an hour? For sure. So I hope that helps, Megan. I should have made that graphic this morning, but I didn't make it this morning. Patricia, watching from Alabama. Good. That's great. That's where we're at. Good to see you, Patricia. Gary Moore says, it's sunny. It's sunny. Yes, very sunny. It's beautiful outside, actually. It's quite gorgeous. Enjoy the day. It's fantastic, even. Today is great. You actually can't have a hurricane cross the equator, Justin. And in fact, hurricane development will not happen near the equator either. It just doesn't happen. You have essentially, how do I explain this? So you have a Coriolis effect, and the Coriolis effect, you can't get hurricanes not only to cross hemispheres, but the development like right within the equator itself doesn't happen. It's one area that's like safe from hurricanes. It's usually right over the open ocean. You have warm water temperatures, but you're not going to get any kind of development there. It's just not going to happen. Sean says, whiskey season runs all year long. Yes, it does, my friend. I like that. And no, so the question, Justin, was, could one of them be strong? It'll never happen. Can't have it develop along the equator. Mel says, Jeff, as always, thank you. Good. Megan says, it does. Thank you. Megan, you're very cool, very good. I'm glad it worked out. And thank you. I should be thanking you for making me make that graphic because I didn't do it this morning. I was going to show it actually in one of my hits and I never got around to it. Michelle Robinson, good to see you on. And Michelle Ann Robinson. And enjoy your coffee. And I think that it should be good to go. This will be on the Facebook page, so you can rewatch it later if you want to. I'm going to be leaving, but Chelsea will be here this afternoon. She's going to have more updates to come. She'll also be doing a weather extra at 4:30, and she'll have more tracking the storms. At that point, they're pretty much knocking on the door by 6 o'clock, so she'll be on air for newscast tonight, keeping track of everything. I'm actually going to do my best impersonation of Eric Burke tomorrow morning, and I'm filling in for weather in the morning. If there's any leftover rain, I'll be here for that, covering that through the morning commute tomorrow. And we got you back, and we'll always keep you updated for sure. Hey, Mike, how you doing? I see you on with Mel. What are you doing? Happy birthday. Oh, you're so sweet to your beautiful wife. Hey, I miss y'all. You know that. I miss you too, Mel, big time. Justin, you're very welcome. And Justin, I'll write you more about that when I get to my destination this afternoon, when I have a little time. And I'll explain it a little bit more in detail for you. Carolyn Andrews, good morning. Working for the Red Cross. Good to see you on, Carolyn. We did a story on the Red Cross the other day, by the way, for the flood victims in Lauderdale County. And I had put my 2 cents worth in that you worked for the Red Cross. And it got them all thinking in the newsroom, a story and an angle to take. And I do believe they did a story on the Red Cross and all the benefits that the Red Cross does for people who suffer from severe weather and are dealing with adversity. So thank you for bringing the light up for me to see that. And it was allowing me to be part of the newsroom and inspire them to do a story on it. So appreciate it. All right. On that note, boom, I'm out of here. Everybody have a fantastic day. Enjoy the spring-like temperatures. Very consistent pattern temperature-wise for the week ahead. No big ups and downs. That temperature roller coaster flattens out a bit for the next week, which is nice. Wardrobe selection won't be vital to your comfort for the rest of the week because we won't have those really cold nights or any chilly days. It just seems like it's just going to run like a spring forecast like it should to close out the month of March and begin April. So everybody have a fantastic Sunday. Chelsea will be in here in a little while. She'll have more updates to come. Tatiana, thank you and back for your help, and I appreciate it. You rock. Everybody have a fantastic day.